How you going, everybody? It's Tyler Wise of Wise Accounting, and it's been a few weeks since I last did a video, and for obvious reasons. I think anyone who knows me or who's an accountant knows exactly why we have been, less visible despite being omnipresent at the moment, because it has been a harrowing few weeks. Now, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about and share, and this is really just for my accountant friends, my accountant network, if you like, because I think we've all sort of been leaning on each other. I don't know any accountant that's been trying to get through this alone, and if you have, I really discourage it because it is a super stressful time, and I've been reaching out to a lot of accountants who are friends, colleagues, people who I know might need a little bit of help or just need a chat. And that's what I've been doing. Now, there's been a few sort of common themes, and I guess I just kind of wanted to share those themes with you so you could either be more comfortable in what you're doing if you're ahead of the curve, so to speak, or if you are struggling, just knowing that you're not alone. Now, I think I'm going to cheat. I've got a sheet, which I don't normally do, but I've got there's sort of five key themes that are coming across. And the number one is the one that we're all aware of, and it is just we're unable to get a reprieve at the moment. It is absolutely exhausting times right now. Myself, late nights, early mornings, countless emails, phone messages I can't keep up with, can't get any real chargeable work done. It is just unrelenting, and the fact that the JobKeeper rules, the stimulus packages, they keep changing is very much a different set of challenges. I think accountants were really fortunate. The information we deal with is normally sort of set in stone, and it doesn't change as dynamically as it is right now. So we're moving with goalposts, constantly moving. And the worst part is you'll give someone some advice today, and then tomorrow you could be having to contact them and tell them what you told them initially is no longer current or accurate. And it's not a reflection on us as a profession or on you personally. It really is just the case that legislation is changing, and it's almost a case the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing, because you can't get a straight answer anywhere. You read the legislation, the explanatory memorandums. There's a lot of conflicting and contradictory information out there. So the inability to provide concrete information is very much a challenge. So not getting that reprieve is real, and I don't know when it's going to end. That's the hard part. So make sure you are trying to find time for yourself, which is very easier said than done. I'm saying that, but yet struggling to do it myself. So hopefully you're better at it than me, but know that you're not alone at the moment in these stressful times and unrelenting times for accountants. Everyone wants the knowledge that we have, the time that we don't have, and it is a really unique set of challenges. The other sort of theme, and that is that clients are very demanding at the moment, and that's not a reflection on them, no way at all. It is that the environment is uncertain. As I just said, the information we're giving isn't even necessarily accurate from one day to the next. So clients have even less knowledge and less understanding than us, and so the reliance on accountants is far, far more than it's ever been. And I'm really proud to be in the accounting industry right now, because I haven't met an accountant that has shirked this responsibility at all. Everyone is really answering the bell and trying to help, and it's a really, I don't want to use the term exciting, but like I said, it's a proud moment, and it's one that our accountants are really striving to rise to. The hard part of that is because we are trying to help everyone else, I don't know if we're necessarily helping ourselves as well as we should. Clients are downloading on us not just their financial stress, but by ways of what that involves is their emotional stress, family stresses, all those personal problems that perhaps as accountants in the past we've gotten a glimpse into, but now it is very much forming a basis, the foundation of the phone calls that we're having. So we're getting a lot of external pressures on us, external stresses, and it's adding to our own. Our businesses are going through the exact same things that we're advising clients, yet we're having to sort of push that to the side in most cases in order to attend to our clients. And that is another thing that's adding to the stress of accountants. So we're dealing with their problems and our own, yet we're not really getting to resolve our own. And then we're feeling a sense of inadequacy because the information we're providing to our clients isn't 100% up to the standard that we normally would, because it'd be accurate, it'd be set in stone, we would know what we were providing. So it is a very much a challenging set of circumstances, and I don't see a way out of it. What is a friend of mine said, don't call your psychologist, call your accountant. So, and that's what it feels like at the moment. They're not, we are having to answer a whole lot of other problems that we haven't been exposed to in the past. So do take that on board. Understand that you're getting those extra stresses, and how you deal with them is very much up to you. But just be mindful of that, because these pressures, they build up for too long, and the consequences are not great. So just know doing your best right now is good enough, and that's all anyone expects. So it's hard for us to win right now, but again, if you're just doing your best, I think that is well and truly good enough. You get back to the accounting side of things, and accountants are genuinely concerned that are we just working for free? Now, myself, I'm fortunate. We've got a small practice, and we made a conscious decision rather, that what we do right now we would do for free, anything that was COVID related. The traditional accounting work, yes, we're still invoicing and all that. That work has dried up to an extent though. So as a result, our fees are down, cash flow is down, all those problems that our businesses are going through, we're very much going through as well. But I know there's bigger practices that don't have that luxury that I am afforded. Are worried that they're issuing fees that are never going to get paid. And so while that looks like things are going okay, if the business isn't there after they've issued the fee, then they get paid. It's not really a fee at all. So that's a concern that accountants are having. And flowing on from that, and his next point is that accountants are worried that, so right now, there's all this empathy around coronavirus, and rightly so. But in the next 12 to 18 months, there'll be businesses that regrettably fall over, and that will impact accounting practices after this. So we'll have essentially resolved this COVID-19 economic scare, and then our accounting businesses will suffer at a later date, because our client base will be reduced, because businesses haven't been able to get through it, and then we'll be faced with these longer lasting problems. And that, I'm not saying that accountants are being more harshly dealt than anyone else, but it is a real problem that right now we're doing all this work for free. Our client base is potentially going to be reduced after the fact. Our fees are certainly going to be down no matter what generally. And then we're going to have to be reducing our workforce potentially down the line, or going through the same problems that our clients are going through right now. And the sympathy isn't going to necessarily be there, nor the resources. So that is a concern. We're all trying to juggle that, looking forward about what our business will look like. We've had the unfun task of evaluating what clients we think will simply not be able to push through this, and then adjust our forecasting accordingly. So and that in itself is depressing, and it's not something that any of us really want to be doing, but it's just reality of the situation. So that is something that we just need to be mindful of. And again, I don't think that accountants are being any worsely dealt than anyone else. But again, it's just that real problem that it's going to have passed, and the fallout effects on the accounting practices could be a little bit longer lasting and just felt later on. So yes, know that it is a real problem, and we are all going through it, and all sort of trying to navigate our way through it. It's unprecedented. I know a lot of people dislike that word at the moment, but that's just the fact of the matter. It really is. We've not ever been through this. The closest thing, I guess, is a war, and we've been fortunate not to have one of those for a long time. So speaking of war, and that's the sort of the final theme that has been coming across, is that accountants are kind of the invisible soldiers right now. And again, I'm not trying to make it sound like accountants are these heroes or anything else, because I think we all know the real heroes of this are those frontline medical staff. But the fact of the matter is, accountants are being relied upon more so than we ever have been, and the expectation of us to be able to deliver information and facts and the consequences if we get it wrong as well are magnified at the moment. So especially with this JobKeeper being a reimbursement if they don't qualify for it and they've coughed up the coin, they're genuinely out of pocket, and that's not going to sit well with any accountants, because we pride ourselves on providing sound financial advice to our clients. But at the moment, it is non-stop, relentless, and it goes back to that first point. And I think accountants are just sort of feeling a little bit, I don't want to use the word neglected, but invisible. Again, we're just expected. No one's really, certainly haven't had many clients sort of reach out and understand or try to empathize with what we're going through, and they're caught up in their own world. And that's okay, because I think what I'm illustrating right now is I'm caught up in my own as well. But it makes it very difficult when you combine all these factors that I've mentioned beforehand, combine them together, and then we're being asked with this extra stress of trying to navigate through something that we've never experienced. So generally, as an accountant, it's we're sheltered when you get down to it. The things that rock our world live in a big fat book, and it's called legislation, and it doesn't change too quickly. So whether or not this is a wake up call or an adjustment, I don't know, whatever you want to term it, I can't see anything positive about this. But really the crux of this video is to let my accountant friends know that that we are all going through unfun times. It's been a challenge. Hopefully, these are the common themes from my conversations I've been having with colleagues and other accountants, and hopefully it sums up what you're feeling. There's no real... I wanted to provide an answer in this video, but there isn't one, because it's just, we don't know what it is, and it's a real challenge. But I guess what I wanted to sort of express is that we are here for you. I haven't met a single accountant that is trying to freeze out another accountant. Everyone I have spoken with is trying to help me. I'm trying to help them, and it's like I said, it's a really great team at the moment. The accounting industry is a really good one, and you have to acknowledge that the professional bodies we've got around us have really, really supported us too. I know it's easy to throw a bit of dirt at them and that, but the fact of the matter is they've been working just as tirelessly as the accountants themselves, and I will give credit to the ATO and the government as well. Again, I know a lot of people sort of want to backhand them and that, but the fact of the matter is they've introduced these initiatives in an extremely fast manner. They have given an almighty hospital hand pass to the ATO, but again, they've handled it really well as well. So I think we all can just take a deep breath and just acknowledge everyone is doing their best. And when you look at it objectively, I think everyone has done a really good job. So we will get through it. We are all here for each other. And again, if nothing else, I'm here for you. So do reach out. I'm always open to a bit of a chat and share my thoughts, experiences, not necessarily any of them of any use or correct. But again, if you do just want a friendly ear, I am always here and always happy to share. So keep on going. You're doing great work, every one of you. I'm really proud to be an accountant, like I keep saying, because it has been a tough time, but no one has shirked it, and that for me is something I'll never forget throughout this experience. So hopefully this has helped. I don't know if it has. It could just be me rambling on, but nevertheless, it might give you a 10-minute reprieve from dealing with your emails and phone calls. But until next time, this is Tyler Wise of Wise Accounting, signing off.